So I'm starting another video on our way back home. So we're walking around Hammersmith-ish and Shepherd's Bush-ish. Uh, I know about the ish bit, but I'm not exactly sure where I am, if I have to be honest. So I'm gonna trust in my intuition to get us back home. And if that's not possible, then I'm gonna trust a taxi to take us back home. But we'll get back eventually. So that was beautiful, that entrance with a nice, beautiful full wreath. I think it's called wreath, right? Like a wreath. Yeah, it's a very particular word in English. I like that one. But I am moronic, so sometimes I can pronounce it properly. My apologies for like native speakers. Bear with me. I was gonna say I promise I'll try to get better, but no. I've been learning English all my life, and if it hasn't happened yet, this is as good as it's ever going to be. So, sorry guys. So, we are on our way back home. Again, wow, this is so interesting. I wonder if, imagine if you would be able to get this property, which is semi-detached. It clearly has an amazing area there, outdoors area, like a patio as well. And it's run down as F, so you might be able to get this for like a very good, sweet deal. And then little by little, turn it into a gem, right? I think that's, well, the right way to do it for normal people. I would love to do it that way. Or, as I was saying in my previous video, if I ever become a billionaire, then I would buy it just by breathing. But yeah, that seems to be like a good opportunity if it comes on the market. Now I sound like I'm a real estate agent. Who knows? Maybe that's what I should be doing. Maybe that's where the money is. Who knows? For now, I'm just gonna focus on walking the little doggy and just do the walks and dot dot dot. Oh, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous building. It's clearly, I would say, a council state property, but it's very interesting because it's detached. It's kind of detached, and it has this like Art Deco vibe to it. Am I right or wrong? With well, the windows now, the windows are like Victorian-ish. So it's a very interesting thing. It looks very 60s to me. I don't even know what I'm saying, so damn it, I'm gonna go back to the Georgian mansions. But no, seriously, that's an amazing little council state, which I find very interesting how, and I mean this from a place of love, because I do, but how they've been given these gorgeous properties, because I can only imagine the spaces must be huge, because obviously this is probably from the 60s, as I said. So there's not going to be such a small concept. And they still do that. I mean, you have that amazing terrace, and you decide to do that with your terrace in this location. I don't know, it's a personal choice. I know we're not meant to be all equal or same in many respects, so I get it. But I also think that, Jesus, sometimes some people don't realize what they they've been giving such an amazing price. And anyways, I'm gonna switch gears and reassure you guys that I have no freaking clue about where I am right now. But I am confident that I will make it back home in one piece. I'm with the dog. She's still there. I haven't lost her. Yeah, no, I think I know. This is the main high street that actually, if you take your right, it would take you to Westfield, which is, well, everybody knows Westfield, so I don't have to say, but it's very popular around West and around here. So I don't know if I don't even know if they allowed you to go for a little walk around with a camera. So maybe they wouldn't even allow you to do that for starters. Oxbridge Road, London. Okay. Yes, I think that's kind of the main road. So that's what you get if you would take your right. But if you would take your left, which is where we need to go, we would eventually get home, which is what I'm hoping to achieve. New coach. So yes, another beautiful afternoon, sunny, warm, summery vibe in London. Hopefully this is going to be one of those very long, prolonged Indian summers, so that we get to enjoy what the rest of the world does, which is a proper freaking summer where you can get fed up and tired of the heat and just say like no more. Because usually we don't get to that point. We hate it with the only day in the year where we reach over 30, 34 degrees. We're like, okay, we're ready to go back to misery, which is what we do. But I'm not like that. I enjoy the sunshine, I like the heat. I always said that if London would have been at, I don't know, 10 degrees warmer, it would be paradise. So, anyways, I almost caught it in camera. Uh-oh. We're not the right place to talk about that. Look, it's a very redneck-ish concept for Casey. If you're watching, you'd be happy sitting here, the sofa. Central London. I'm joking to one of my hopefully 19 followers. Look at that amazing building falling to pieces. Wow. So run down, but again, an amazing opportunity if you would have the vision and the money to turn it into an amazing, oh my God, I would live there. I would just make it my home. Although it's on the main busy road, which is super busy 24/7, so that is probably not such a good idea, and that's what, maybe the reason as to why the place is kind of like run down and neglected. Men's haircut. Oh, takes me back to Colombia. And speaking of which, well, in Bogota, we can find cheaper vegetables and fruits here in London that if we were in Bogota, in the bubble of Bogota, which is insane. I can still get my head around that concept of ripoff. It absolutely sucks. But that's life, right? They will take you for everything you have. So I know where I am, guys. We made it home. We are not sleeping in the streets this evening. We know where we are. And it's because this little biatch that's with me, she's been pissing in every single corner. So I have been following her tracks. That's how we're getting back home. Now this is a beautiful street. You can see the difference and how this is going from a, let's say those were the normal houses, the one with the blue door, right? Which were like not what I would say particularly neglected or run down, but on the other hand, not like a really high-end kind of property either, like this one, for instance. So if you were lucky enough to have bought a house like this 20, 15, 10 years ago, even maybe 5 years ago, you would be sitting right now on a huge amount of money because they are changing these kind of properties, like the ones we saw, the way they're changing them into a very Chelsea-oriented kind of property, British property, but is the same exact architecture, same everything, and of course you can see the difference. So the value as well would change dramatically from one to another, this one. And this is what has been happening around West London, which I think is amazing. And I'm so happy for all these people who have these properties, and suddenly maybe 40, 50 years later, now their house, it's worth something. And that's probably a life-changing thing for most of them, even if they're old or something. So I'm quite happy. Kudos to everyone. And yeah, I'm very interested to see how this is gonna keep developing, and maybe in the next 5 years, all we're gonna see are like beautiful high-end houses like that, all of this. Again, from that perspective is great. Now I know what some people are gonna be saying, like, yeah, but you're gonna get another people having to move out of the area. Look at them. Are they are lions. I think they are lions. Yes. Do you remember the ones we saw the other day in Holland Park? We saw a couple of eagles, and we saw a couple of other things. I can't remember what they were. And I said that I wanted to have a couple of flamingos if I ever get a big home like that. She is taking a cheeky little piece. So yeah, so all this, look at those beautiful original features. So much potential, so gorgeous. So gorgeous. But in 5 years' time from now, oh, this is gonna be amazing. And it is going to be unpayable for normal people. Unless you're a TikToker, of course, and can afford it. Say hello. Right, guys, so I think I'm approaching 15 minutes. And as nice and warm and beautiful and breezy this afternoon is, thank you for paying me company. I am not far off my final destination, so I'm going to cut it short. Thank you for watching. Again, I have to say, I know I'm not gonna say I hate it because the more I say it, the more I will hate it. So I love to say it. Subscribe, like, follow, and everything else that you have to do. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I like that black house, of course. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.